Okay, I want to talk to you real quick about printable guns. Um, I've known about this for a little while, and I just now decided to make a video of it because I seen something in this video I was watching. It's really interesting. The guy said that he's really kind of nervous about it because a lot of teenagers are going to be using this, or mostly teenagers and stuff are into the whole 3D printing thing, and they're the ones that are going to be able to print these up and use these guns. Um, I find it very misleading, and I'll show you exactly why. Again, I don't have an AR-15 rifle. I do have an AR-15 pistol. It's the same basic concept. So the gun is empty. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and disassemble this real quick just to show you the why there's what I believe the big wait a minute, get out. Big misleading this is. I'm not going to fully disassemble everything, but I'll show you the main problem with the system. With the exception of this piece right here and the internals, that is the frame of the gun, okay? Now, in order to get this frame operational, you would need to get all these pieces in here, which you can't really see too well. But you're going to need to get a hammer, a sear, trigger, the associated springs, safety mechanism, a mag release, a bolt catch release, a pistol grip, and a magazine catch, okay? And a front and rear pin. That's just to get your lower receiver in firing order, and also a buffer tube, which mine's a short one since it's for a pistol, okay? So I'll go ahead and I'll stick that on real quick just to show you the whole thing. Okay, so just imagine it's a little bit longer. And there you've got a functioning lower receiver, which does you no good without the other pieces. Mainly meaning a bolt carrier, a bolt, and all the associated parts with all this. You can buy these complete, but you might not be able to. So you're going to buy it piece by piece. Then you're going to have to, also real quick, you're going to have, I'm not going to bother going into it, but a few little tools to put this all together, and more importantly, the knowledge of how to fit these pieces in there properly, because whenever you're dealing with springs, and there's I think three springs in the lower receiver that, you need to put in there properly under pressure, or else they're going to fling on out of there, and you're going to spend a while looking for them. So let's say you buy your bolt carrier and bolt all together, pre-built and everything like that, so you've got that. Oh, one more thing, you're going to need a buffer. This is the buffer for mine. You're going to need a buffer spring. Mine looks a little goofy, but again, it's for a pistol. Now you're going to need more pieces, and you're going to need the upper assembly. Again, you can buy these fully assembled and everything like that. And so you might be able to, you can buy one with a bolt carrier, charging handle, and all that fun stuff you're going to need. And then you need to put them together, which is not that complex, really. But in other words, you're spending a couple $100 here, a couple $100 there. So you might save $200 or $300 printing the gun. Maybe 20-30 minutes if you know what you're doing to put everything all together. People sit there and show you, oh, it just goes together just like that. That's easy. Well, yeah, once you got everything put all together. And also, I didn't really talk about this in my AK-47 AR-15 video, but that is one of the beauties of the AR-15 system. I can take mine, let's say it's a full rifle in 223, I can pop, pull that upper off, and then put on another upper with a longer barrel, better sights, scope, and now I've got a more accurate rifle. I can put a shorter barrel on there. I can change calibers, things like that. So they have crossbow uppers, black powder uppers, and all that fun stuff for you. And I just messed up. See, this is what I'm talking about. Even me, who knows what I'm doing, makes little mistakes, like I just did. You have to put your operating rod handle in first. For those of you who are wondering, for this one I don't need to put the bolt stuff in right now. Just the way the weapon fits together in its pistol version. Maybe I do. Dang it, see? It's been a while since I took this apart to clean it. It's been a while since I shot it too. Yeah. So finally, I look like a complete moron. So after all that, you finally got yourself a fully functioning rifle. Now you need a magazine. Of course, people are going to say you can print magazine on there, which you can, which is fine. But you're also going to need a magazine follower, which I'm not sure if they print that or not. Let's just say they do. But you're also going to need a magazine spring. And I'm pretty sure they got the floor plate, which is down here. It holds everything pretty much together. So now, after I don't know how long printing, so I'm just going to say a day of printing everything together, the unknown amount of time it took to get all the parts together, hour and a half, depending on what you know, if you know what you're doing or what have you, you finally got your rifle all together. So, you know, in my opinion, for the time, money, and all that, printing a gun is unfeasible. Yes, of course, the low receiver can. I've seen, cheapest I've seen is $150 for a low receiver, a stripped, fully stripped low receiver. Meaning you need to buy everything for it. You know, so you saved $150. But then again, how much does that printer cost you? So, you know, granted, yes, you could make 2 or 3 lower receivers, but again, it's going to take a while to take all the parts off the one lower receiver, put them on the next. So, it's not financially or time speaking feasible. But the point of the whole thing was to show the world that gun control laws really don't matter. If you want a gun that bad, you can make one. In fact, you can buy plans to make fully functioning firearms out of stuff you can buy at any hardware store. Much cheaper. In fact, I've seen one that makes a single shot 12 gauge shotgun for like $12. So, you know, the point of the whole thing is for people, and again, I want to stress this point, for the people who are intent on doing what they want to do, no law will ever stop them, no matter what it is. Whether it's getting a gun, driving drunk, selling marijuana or methamphetamines. I mean, how many times do you hear about a methamphetamine lab getting busted? You know, completely and totally illegal for anyone, to my knowledge. I mean, there might be certain labs and stuff that could do it for experimental purposes or what have you, to make methamphetamine. Yet people do it every single day. And methamphetamines and drug abuse kills a lot of people. I just, you know, find it very interesting that everyone's in hoopla and up in arms, pun, about guns, but you know, every other way that kills people is perfectly acceptable. To me, that's wrong, and it bothers me. Um, you know, because unlike the majority of drugs, unlike the majority of drunk drivers, unlike the majority of spousal abuse, unlike the majority of stabbings and stuff like that, a gun can be a lifesaver. You know, I can put a little bit more light in here. You know, I can use this pistol right here to save my life and the lives of other people. You know, I could have 10 pounds of methamphetamines and not be able to do that. So, that's all I got to say about it. I'll put a link in the description down here about where you can go, Defense Distributed, and download your own printable gun.